Luke from ehowwebdesign.com. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to update your content once your website is finished using the page builder that I've set up for you. So let me go to a demo website here, Rocket CRM, and I'll show you how to make the edits. So we'll start with just identifying if the page builder is active on the page or not. And you can see when you're logged into WordPress, and this assumes that you're reasonably familiar with WordPress, you have a page builder indicator here with a little green light. If that green dot is showing, it means the page builder has been used to build that page. And I will show you the contrast if I go to the blog on this website and go to the blog page. You can see that the page builder isn't active. If I go to an individual post, you can see again there is no green dot on the page builder. So this would have been done using the straightforward WordPress editor. So if I go to the training page, for example, I will now show you how you can get into the editor and edit the content. So you would hover over the page builder indicator, and you can see this is revealing training, which is the page we're on. There's something here called global footer. This is using another feature of the page builder I'll cover later to edit global elements of the website. But what we're interested here is the individual page called training. So we'll click on this. This will open the builder. You will know you're in the builder because you'll get this friendly little beaver symbol here and page builder appear, and you see the black bar that you would normally get on WordPress when you're logged in has disappeared. You want to ignore all of these apart from the done button and click that cross to get rid of these elements. This is if you were building new pages, and this video doesn't cover that. This is a little bit more complicated. So if we click on this, you then have your page, which looks exactly as it does on the front end. Now, if you start to move your arrow down and hover, you will see that blue boxes appear. The important thing to note is anything above the page, so all of that navigation bar, nav bar, is not driven by the page builder itself, nor is the bottom footer. In this case, the footer here is driven by the builder, but through a separate interface. So if you hover within the page body, however, you'll start to see some blue indicators. And basically, to edit any piece of the content on this website, you would simply go towards the middle of that blue bar and click where you want to edit. So imagine I wanted to edit this title. I would go here, click it. It will open that module, and you can make your changes. Now, the other interesting thing is when you make your changes here, they appear immediately live. So if I type this, you can see the changes as you're typing them. This doesn't take effect until you save it. And if you've made a mistake or you don't want to edit that element, you would simply cancel out of this. I'm not going to cover some of the specifics here because they are more advanced settings, which I wouldn't advise changing once your website has been set up, as I'm focusing on content. So say I don't want to have this change, that's okay. I'll just cancel out of that and it will revert back. So this was a heading setting. You've also got text boxes. So this is, for instance, a text module. If I click on the text module, you will see, those of you familiar with WordPress will see the familiar WordPress text editor. And in here, you simply type your text or make your changes. And as for the WordPress editor, you have both a visual and a text version. The text version allows you to see the code if there's any code added to that page. So same thing, if I wanted to get rid of the word training, I would simply get rid of it, and you can see it immediately takes effect. And as I type, the changes are also taking effect. If I'm happy with that, I would save it. I don't particularly want to, well, I can save it actually. Let's go make a change. Save it, it will go grey temporarily, and that's it. It's saved. But this hasn't yet changed the page on the front end of the website, and this is important. You can still, even if you've made some changes on the page and you've made a mistake and you don't want that to take effect, there is still a way you can escape this, and I'll show you this in a second. Another type of module, maybe an image module, for instance. To edit this, same principle, you would hover over it, click on the actual module, and here it looks different because it's a different type of module. But you can see here, this is the image. If I wanted to replace this image or edit it, I would simply go to replace. It will open the WordPress media files. I would select my photo. It's this one in this case, but if I selected this one instead, add the image, and it's made the change. It also gives you an indication of the size of the file here, this in pixels. So I'm going to leave that actually because I want to save at the end. So save that change. It's because I didn't put the picture in properly. So let's put this picture, select it. That will change here immediately. Save the module, goes grey, and that's it. That's been updated. So these are some of the key modules. Another little module that's useful is a button. If you've got a button on your site, you simply again click on the blue box, open it. This will be the text for the button. There's any icon, it'll appear here. This is where you put the link. And if you want to link to another page on the website, say I wanted to link to the training page, I would simply go select and actually start typing training. It will find the page called training. Click on this and you can see it's updated it. If you wanted to link to an external website or another URL, you would simply copy paste the URL in this box and decide whether you want the action to open the same window or a different one. And again, if you're happy with that, you would save. Now I've made some changes on here which I'm not too happy with, and I don't want that to go on the live website. So at the end of the process, when you've edited a page, there is a done button up here. If you press that done button, you'll be given a couple of choices. The two main choices are either to publish the changes, and if I click this, it will go live on the website immediately, or discard changes and exit, and that will simply discount anything that I've just done on this page and go back to the previous page, leaving the previous page intact. So I'm going to do this in this case. Discard changes and exit. Are you sure? Yes, I am. It is now closed the page builder, and it has reverted back, as you can see, to the page as it was beforehand. So that's quite a useful way to avoid making any potential errors. Now I'll show you a couple of other modules, as obviously there are tons of different modules and different websites feature different modules, so I can't cover them all. This is really meant to be a quick demonstration of the ease with which you can update content. But I'll show you a couple of things. On this page here, we have an FAQ table, frequently asked questions. If you look towards the bottom of the site, there it is, and that will toggle open and closed, which is quite a nice way to avoid having too much content and having the content too long on the page. To edit this, same thing. I know the page builder is active because it's green. I know I'm on the partners page. Here, I'm going to disregard the global footer for now. So I'll click on the partners page, activate the builder. I will see the page builder up here again. Get rid of this column, and I will just navigate to the area I want to edit. And as I start to hover, you'll see the blue box appear again. Click inside the blue box, opens the module. It will take a second. Okay, I had to pause the video there. The computer was hanging for a second, so now we're back. Now you can see this is called a PowerPack Advanced Gaussian setting. So again, there are very different, they're all different modules. But generally quite intuitive. You can see here all the items, and item 1, 2, 3, 4 corresponds to item 1, 2, 3, 4 on here. So if I wanted to edit, say, the 1, 2, 3, third one, tell me more about the rocket serum solution, you can see it here. It's item 4. I'll go to edit item. It will show me the label, which is the text here, and it will show me the text inside the box. So I would simply make my edits on there. Once I save this, it will update that particular line. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll simply save this module and it will have updated that module. I'll cancel it in this case because I don't want to update it. So that's an accordion. And then the last little module I'll show you just as a flavor of this is a pricing table. So I'm going to discard change and exit just in case I've done something which I don't inadvertently want to put on the website. And here I have something in the support page of this website. Go to the support page. I would like to edit this little pricing table. So I'm going to go to the page builder. I can see support, click on that. You can see the blue boxes again. Get rid of this. I'm in the page builder and I'm going to go down to here, this element, which will show me the price box. And again, even if you've never opened it before, you'll see anything to do with style, typography, advanced, layout. You don't really want to change that unless you know what you're doing, because that will actually change the way this appears. What you really want to do is focus on the content at this stage. So package 1, which is obviously this one, edit the package, and you will see this says basic support. There it is. I've not used all the fields in this because I've configured it differently and it's custom built. But the elements that you can edit are there. You can see the items, which are each of the links. So again, you would change this item, at its rate, and I will update it. Now you don't see it changing here. That's simply because I've not updated all the items yet. I can add an item, so I'll copy this one to add another one. Lovely support. Once I've done this, if I save this item, you'll see immediately that will update here on the front end for that particular package. If I wanted to update the second package, I could update it there. If I wanted to create another package, by copying it, I create another column. So it's all pretty easy and intuitive. Again, this is not meant to be a piece of training. It's just a demonstration of the ease with which you may be able to update your content. Now, I don't want to save this, so I'm going to cancel, and that will revert back where I was. And that's pretty much it. There's obviously a lot of other settings to this. Things here like copying, duplicating content, changing column settings, changing the settings of the column itself, changing the settings of rows. This is really something that's probably best left alone unless you're a slightly more advanced user. But again, if you wanted, for instance, to change the color of that row momentarily, say at Christmas you want it to be red, for instance, all the row settings are in here. But you can see here I'm starting to get into style and advanced, which again are really best left alone. But just to demonstrate how that would work, here's the background color for that row. I'm going to click on this. I've got some colors preset for this website in here. Say I want it to be, I don't know, white. Actually, that's not a great idea because the text won't look great. So I want it to be light blue. And you can see the color changing at the back. So pretty easy. I'm going to cancel out of that and go back, and I'm going to done and discard my changes and exit. Okay, so that's really a quick overview of how using the page builder I will supply with your website, you can edit your content quite easily depending on the way it's built. And that's it from now. Thank you.